Hi, Nabito. It could be better. You okay? Yeah, what I'm going to do is, with this stream now, I'm going to try and deorbit some of our launch stages. And I might make an aircraft that can go up and visit some other launch site like we did last time. I was streaming a few days ago. That's what I'm planning to do. Yeah, I'm listening to podcasts tonight, so I want to try and catch up with podcasts I've been missing. So, because that's when I started streaming, so I could listen to podcasts. So I might not talk so much tonight. Well, I'm drinking tea, so I should mute myself when I'm drinking tea. Oh, okay. Yeah, the aircraft we used last time, I'll have to make sure that we can get a Kerbal out of it and in it, so when we land anywhere on Kerbin, we can plant a flag. this launch stage needs changing because I think the engines are too heavy at the bottom. Needs more weight at the front. Gonna break. Oh no, it's okay. It did break. Okay. Still drinking tea. What I was thinking, because last time we flew over to there, and I'd like to fly to this one. So we might need to have an aircraft that can do that sort of distance. Try and make it a bit faster than we did last time. The thing is, we'd have to, because we didn't have the desert airfield to fly to, so we may have to fly further afield and fly all the way back. What kind of tea do I like? Well, I'm drinking Yorkshire tea at the moment. Yorkshire tea with it's just normal white tea with milk, no sugar or anything. Just drop a Yorkshire tea and put the bag in. I leave the bag in the cup. And I've got a tall Costa glass. That's what I'm drinking out of. Well, I've got various green teas I buy as well. I'll have them on occasion. I've got Tesco's own brand green tea downstairs. Anyway, what were we doing? Let me just cue something else to listen to. Sorry. I won't. Tea's gone now. I've got no more tea. I did that a bit wrong. Never mind. Hi, Cryptic. We're just starting this by trying to get some of these launch stages back. Although for some reason they don't seem to be flipping around. The last one we lost in the drink. I'm going to do this, experiment with some aircraft, I think. I was going to do a long flight, but now I'm considering just doing a shorter flight. I want to experiment with a faster version of the Explorer aircraft we used last stream. And I don't know. See what I feel. Because I don't want to do a too long stream tonight because I've got lots of other projects to be getting on with. I'm just listening to this podcast now, and self-improvement podcast, and thinking, yeah, I've got a lot of projects to be getting on with. Of course, if I don't stream, I can't possibly make it as an income, you know? I'm not sure if that's the end goal. So I've been streaming for 34 minutes. Anyway, how are you, Cryptic? You okay tonight? I'm not sure if I should change that in the script where the probe core actually welcomes people into the chat. I'm not sure if I should mess around with that. Because it's meant to be there's Kerbals on board. The Kerbals will welcome you to the chat, but the probe core does as well. Is my microphone on? Yeah, the microphone's on. Oh yeah, I was going to add it where people in chat could actually play music. That's what I was considering doing, but I'm not sure how many resources it takes up. Oh, I haven't checked whether I double click that. It should. Is the sounds going to work? Let me just check if the sounds work, because yeah, I could hear it, but yeah, the what you call it, the thing isn't going up. I think I got to change which window it's going to. Let's go to a notepad window, right? And then if I change that and go back to the command window. Is that the right one? Yeah, I need to try and work out why this isn't working all the time. Is the microphone on yet? Yeah, it didn't do it. Just choosing. Oh, there you go. That's the one. I got the one now. For some reason, even though it's got the right name. Okay. There's a bit of a delay there. There you go. You heard it that time. Window title must match. Match title, otherwise window of same type. Match title, otherwise window of same executable. Window title must match. Although it's a command window, I've got something running in it. It's a Python script, so I think window title must match. Right. Okay, so sounds should work. I didn't add any more sounds. I did add one more sound, the vulgar sound that people were asking for a couple of streams ago. I did add that. I mean, I could put it in description what sounds are. I can't remember what the other sounds are. I'd have to go back through my IRC scripts and see what sounds I had, because I had lots of sounds on IRC. I'll have to transfer them across. That's how I got the OK. I just copied it from an older bot I had. What are we doing? I was going to read. I'm trying to deorbit these launch stages. We got like loads, like 10 different launch stages in orbit, and I was just deorbiting them. That's what I'm doing right now. So we've got 2 more left. There's a cat scratching the back of my chair, so I don't know how much longer I can be streaming tonight. Cat on desk. Cat on desk. Oh, come on. So frustrating. Come on, kitty. Alright, let me go see what she wants. Okay, I think my cat wants attention. I might have to end the stream. She's pestering me for attention. So we'll save this. What I'm planning to do with this is have two engines with the supersonic diverted intakes on the side and have faster. Try and make a faster thing that we can explore Kerbin with. Something that's a bit faster than the one we made last time. So let's call this P.123. Any names? Any names? Alright. So that's what I'm planning to do. That's what I'm planning to do. I mean, it doesn't necessarily. Yeah, we can make it a delta, can't we? I was just looking for, but we don't have to have something to fill that in there, do we? We don't have to have like a let's call it a piece up there. Was sorted by mass label. I got that piece there. It's going to cover the windows. Don't like it covering the windows. Don't need it. So then we can have like structural fuselages. Where is it? What was it under? Payload? Structural. Hello, Gary. Oh, and the microphone wasn't on. Yeah, my cat was pestering me, so I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming tonight. Yeah, it's building stream. It's building stream. We just been deorbiting some launch stages which we had in orbit, and then I thought I want to do a building stream, and then we'll fly an aircraft and something we can explore Kerbin with that's a bit faster than the one we used the other night. So let's save this. What's the supersonic intakes? That's what we want. Are they? Aerodynamics. Aerospanic. Not that. So have you got the other intakes of supersonic? That sort of thing. It's SSTO. No, I'm not going to make it an SSTO. This is just for trundling around Kerbin. That's what I'm planning to do anyway. Because I want to go and see some other places on Kerbin. There, that's the other one I was looking for. There. Because there's not any options. Close intake, open intake. Okay, engines. That's not engines, that's engines. No, we're not having that. Jetty engines, not that one. The other one, not that one. Whiplash, yes, whiplash. So we're not, no thrust vector in. This is without fuel in it. Just fuel hold the fuel in the center. Thing. I did a mod that giving you a altitude callouts 100. Oh, that's a good idea for a mod. That's a really good idea. Yeah, altitude callouts. That's a good idea. It's a really good idea for a mod, that is. I know that you don't like mods too much. I don't like mods too much, but I have seemingly, since I started streaming, installed a few. Yeah, I have. I mean, I just installed the Pappies the other day. I installed that, and I updated KVV as well. I updated Chronal, so you can do all this. I updated Chronal. So, also giving you the opportunity to join in game modes. So I don't like the way that wing clips there. It's like these extra intakes. So I'm going to do that, then slide that back a bit. There we go. Okay, save that. I'm worried we're not going to have enough pitch and elevator roll authority. So I'm worried we may have to install canards, or some have some other way of controlling roll and pitch. I know we could just put pitch on there, couldn't we? We could just have pitch, thrust vector in pitch, couldn't we? But then it only works, it's not going to work when the engines are at idle. So let's turn it off for the time being. Stick some landing gear on this as well. So, right, this is not going to work in yaw, and this is not going to work in yaw, and this is not going to work in pitch and roll. Although, apparently, I was looking at B1s the other day, and the B1 has got a, the B1 bomber, B1B Lancer. They've got a split fin, 2-part rudder. Or is it 3-part? but the lower part of a B1 rudder actually works in roll, which I found out the other day. I didn't realise that. I didn't know that, which is interesting. Something that's interesting. Let's get some undercarriage on this. Get some undercarriage. What's the second biggest one? It's that one. Where are we going to pop it? Where is it going to pop? Stick it there, is it? So we just have a small one in the front. Right, gonna have to work out where the centre of what's it called is. I'm just looking at the main gear, so it sits more or less flat. About there, you say? Like, you can do your own notes, for example, points for the mission or whatever, without looking at Notepad or sticky notes around the monitor. What? So it's like in-game notes? Like in-game notes? I mean, because lots of people have text files around the screen, and I know that EJ used to do like mission logs, and he'd write them in a text file on screen, and then it was available to other people who watched the stream. They could put them somewhere else. But if you had something in game, like if notes was actually saved as a text file or something. No, this has to be front. It has to be between centre of gravity and centre of pressure. Exactly. So you don't have to keep tabbing out. I mean, I tab out because I've got the multiple monitors. Right, let's check that centre of gravity and centre of pressure are still in the right place when we have full fuel. See, now that would be that would be another mod. Is there just like one button where it just takes all the fuel out of the thing, and you have another button where it puts all the fuel back? Monopropellant. We need to toggle torque off everything. Maybe there's a key press for that already. See, I think the centre of pressure needs to be moved further forward a little bit. So all the fuel is back in it. We've got all the fuel back in. I think the centre of pressure needs to move forward a little bit. Maybe the whole wing can move forward. But then that means moving the elevons further forward, and they might have less authority. So maybe to move it forward, we should fill this gap with another piece of wing. I mean, we could stick canards on it, but then... So we could take out that piece of fuselage. But it's bigger. Can you make alarms, for example? If you land on the moon, mini note pop up and showing you the note for the screen. Is that overcomplicating it? Can you envisage a need for something like that? Because I can't think. You can make alarms, for example. If you land on a moon, mini note pop up showing you your note for screen, like land on the moon and then, or land on something and then have to do such and such science here. There's a mod to show center when dry and center when wet. Oh, okay, yeah, center when dry, center when wet. That'll be interesting. Yeah, that'll be an interesting mod. I didn't know there's a mod that does that. Okay, that'll be interesting. It's like there is a mod in there that shows you the center around which your RCS, for placing RCS. So you can put your RCS center on the center of mass. And that's one I've considered. bit big. So if we just click that and then try and move these wings, are they going to move all as one piece? Yeah. Okay. Let's forward a little bit. Forward a little bit more. Save. Right. Take fuel out. Take fuel out. Take fuel out. Take fuel out. So the central pressure is further forward. It should be okay. We're not likely to land with no fuel in it. I just worried that's a bit further forward than I'd like. Okay, fuel. Now maybe it's a bit too far forward. Let me just touch back. Okay, should we test this? Should we test this? Right, set the auto struts and everything. RCS build aid is the mod to see central mass. Hi. Oh, the probe core is still replying hello even though we're in thing. That's one thing about my script as well. The talk is turned off there, isn't it? Configure vessel naming. We call it P123. It's an aircraft. Oh. Accept. There's no fuel in there, no fuel in there. We don't need science experiments on board, do we? Communications aerial. Oh, do we need a ladder? Because I wanted the Kerbals to be able to get on and off. We'll experiment when we get outside. We'll experiment whether a Kerbal can get in and out. Navlight. Navlight. Hang on, which side does Navlights go on again? It's green on the right. Green on the right. Red on the left. You can just retract the landing gear. Yeah, you can retract the landing gear, but it's a bit silly when the thing just moves up and down on the landing gear. You can just retract the landing gear in an emergency. But then this doesn't have a probe core on it, so you always need a Kerbal inside. There's two Kerbals inside. Do you need a Kerbal inside to retract the landing gear? So you have more parts. I believe yes. Let's put that on there. Put that on there just in case. Because I wonder if they can grab that when they're on the ground. Well, I'll stick a Kerbal in there. Stick a Kerbal in there. Halbo's going in. And just in case, we'll have Jebmore in there as well. I mean, you have some mod with more parts, right? The only structural parts I've got is some science experiments, I believe. Because if we go down here, science, we got some science experiments, things like that, and whichever ones it is, like this. Because I used them early game to try and advance quickly. That's the structural parts I've got. Just a bunch of science experiments. Well, oh, the lights as well. The lights, yeah, the nav lights as well. Yeah, sorry, I got the nav lights and all. Yeah, the nav lights, that's the mod. There is an updated version of the nav lights, so you can with only one part, you can change the light on the fly, but I prefer the one where they're individual lights. Yeah, the nav lights is another structural part I've got. Sorry about that, yeah. Nav lights. Nav lights. Yeah, nav lights. Yeah, nav lights I found was really useful just to tell, because some of the things look really the vehicles look really quite symmetrical, and nav lights a good way of telling which side is which. Oh, these are stock lights, I believe. Okay, let's try this now. Kerbals aboard, aren't we? No cargo. Kerbals, we got rid of the monoprop from there. We got charge. We don't have a way of charging it. Do we need solar panels or something? Oh, this should be fine, shouldn't it? Engine's great power. Torque is off because we don't need to mess around with torque with an aircraft. Save. And launch. See what happens. If we crash and burn or... oh, Lucas came in and said hi and I didn't realise. Sorry. Luca SX. Come on, Kerbal, load. Kerbal. Is Kerbal going to crash? Come on. Round and round. Jebmore. Speed check. We are pushing 391 miles per hour. No, you're not, Jeb. Jebmore. Okay. F5. Right, set the trim before we start the engines. We're not going to use afterburner. I haven't set the action groups. I'm sure we need a different. I'm not sure about these engines. I wanted the other engines. Yeah, the pappies don't work very well. I might get rid of that mod actually. Yeah, this engine's not good enough. I'm not happy with this. Just too fast. What it's do? I don't know. It's too fast. I was hoping when I put my mind to making this earlier, we'd have like a normal jet engine. Puppy light or something, red globes. Oh, the nav lights, Is that what you're talking about? The nav lights are green on one side and red on the other. It can show you whether what side is what, so you can see what what side is the left side, what side is the right side, up and down. Because you get nav lights on aircraft and on ships. The ships have nav lights. This has no pitch authority. Right. Oh, the 4 red globes on the runway, they're pappies. Right, the way they work is it shows you the glide slope, or they're supposed to work, but the in-game ones don't really work that well. Right, what the pappies are for is like if you're too high, they look white. If you're too low, they look red. And the two right side lights are set at a different angle than the two left side lights. So if you're too high, all 4 pappy lights will be white. Yeah, like a landing guide. And they're real things. Pappies are real things. There's a wiki page for them. And we used to use them in airfields I used to work at, the small airfields as well as the bigger airfields. And if they're all red, you're too low. And yeah, and if there's 2 red and 2 white, then you're on glide slope. It's a visual ILS, but it only shows you the glide slope, not like whether off centerline or something. Okay? Though this mod doesn't work very well. I would have liked to have them to be more like real. Yeah, you got similar things on an aircraft carrier, though I think aircraft carrier lights have got a different system. I don't know exactly, because aircraft carrier lights have got that H pattern, but I'm not sure how they work. This thing doesn't have much pitch authority. So it might have to have high landing speed. There's lots of roll, but there's no pitch. Lots of roll, but no pitch. No, I don't think the elevon's too close to the center. I think that, yeah, they're too close to the center. Yeah, that way. Yeah, they're plenty enough from the center horizontally, but longitudinally, they're way too close to the center. That's right. They're way too close to the center. We need more elevator that's further away. Yeah, we need more elevator that's further away. I could just stick like a little tailplane at the back, just for elevator. Because I don't think we're going to get these Kerbals back. Because we're not pulling out. We're not pulling out at all. Gain some speed. There's deploy shoot. Oh, I wanted him to bail out. I was going to bail out. All right, if go F9. I'm not going to kill a Kerbal like that. Yeah, especially when it's our. I'm not going to kill a Kerbal like that. Don't like killing Kerbals. There we go. I know when I did start this save, I refused to, revert saves, but I killed too many Kerbals and it bothered me. So I decided, yeah, we'll revert saves. No, Cryptics comes in with a no. I was debating whether to just have them bail out, and I just was too slow. It's just a simulation. Yeah, it's just a simulation. It's just a simulation. Right, back to the drawing board. Yeah, we should just had the bailout a bit sooner than that. Well, I wasn't sure about the Kerbal in the center fuselage. Could bail out? Could we just click EVA and get them out? I think we did, didn't we? I think you could. Those engines are bothering me. Let's get rid of those. Where's the other jet engines? That one, Panthers. Now the fins are in terrible positions. Oh, there's only one engine. The eject system decoupler. You know what? That's you know, like I mentioned B1 earlier. The original B1A had a cockpit that detached from the aircraft, and then it had parachutes on it. You know, like the F111 did as well. You know, it could have like a decoupler there, and then if they get into a problem, just decouple the cockpit section, and there's parachutes on it. We could just parachute the whole aircraft down, couldn't we? Right, we need more. We need more elevator authority. Gimbal locked. That as it. Yeah, I know. I don't really want to resort to canards, but if we have to, we have to. So there's a standard canard there. We could just have a canard. It affects the air intakes. It shouldn't really affect the air intakes. I'm trying to have it at least somewhat realistic, because you wouldn't have a canard in front of the air intakes. See, if we have like a what do you call it, thing back there, there's affects the exhaust as well. Whereas if we had a V-tail, it functions as an elevator as well as a fin, doesn't it? What's the largest one? Is that the largest one? Is that the largest all-moving one we got? That. Yeah, V-tail, because we can move it back then, and then it functions as both a rudder and an elevator and elevons. There we go. That will give us the elevator authority we need. We won't have that working in roll, so it works in pitch and it works in what do you call it? Elevator in, yeah, well, it works in pitch and it works in yaw, but it won't work in roll. That's what we want. Okay, we'll save that. Have the wings, canards in front of intakes or behind exhausts. It always bugs me. Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, you just reminded me of the Thrust SSC supersonic car, whereas originally the fin was going to be further back, but when they were doing development, they actually moved it forward because the fin was affected by the fin and the tailplane was affected by the jet exhaust. Yeah, just trying to be realistic with because often jet exhaust, especially certain lower speeds and that, it can actually spread out and it can cause issues with elevators and things that are in the way. I think it's okay with this. I think this setup's okay. Save. Right. Let's. How do we do action groups again? How do we do it? I'm never sure about action groups. Right. We want custom one. Right. We'll have engines. Switch mode. Right. That's what we want, isn't it? So T-tail then. We could do a T-tail. We could do a T-tail. Yeah. We could do a T-tail. But I think it's okay with the V. I think it's okay with the V. We will, same Kerbals. One Kerbal in there this time, so we only rescue one. Halbo's doing it. Halbo, it's down to you, Halbo. Alright, I don't know how long. Oh, sorry, I'm a bit tired. I don't know how long we're going to be streaming for. We'll just test this, see if we can do a circuit, and then we'll see. Then we'll decide what happens then. Right now, F5. Start the engines to see if the mode works. Yeah, mode works. Right, set the pitch. Set trim. 230. Is it 230? Where's my phone? Yeah, 234, yeah. F5. Ball and free movement. Roll surfaces. Oh, I didn't do the gear either. I didn't do the gear. I'm gonna go back in and just do the gear settings. I didn't do the gear settings. Go set which gear has brakes, which has steering. Go on, load Kerbal, load. Come Kerbal. Yeah, Kerbal seems slower to load tonight. Don't know why. Come on, we could just see the space plane hangar. There we go. Right, so we got that one. No brakes, steering. Right. This one, we have brakes a bit higher. Right, send 5. And we will have steering. No steering. There you go. Save. Save. What else do we need to do while we're here? That's it. Launch. Launch again. Oh yeah, that's what I was planning to do. I was considering. It's Sunday now, isn't it? It's Sunday. I was considering going to the Air Museum tomorrow, or today. Considering going to the Air Museum. The Air Museum not far from me opens at 10, and I was tempted to do short videos of just the aircraft at the Air Museum. Right, set the trim. Stop. F5. Brakes off. And drive thrust. Don't take off. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright. That wasn't supposed to happen. You're from Ireland. No, I'm not from Ireland. I'm not far away. I'm in Wales, just across the water. Check the central lift. Yeah, we were messing with it earlier, weren't we? I mean, we can move the central lift relative to the centre of gravity, but I think it's okay. Yeah, we have a bit more pitch authority now. We have a bit more pitch authority now. I mean, this is better now. I was saying that. Once you add the tail, it's more move forward. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Since we added the tail, it's changed the centre of pressure. You're right. Yeah, I didn't realise that. We didn't check that, did we? We didn't check that in the SPH. Yeah, you're right. It's moved it back, so it means. You probably have to move the wings further forward to compensate. Yeah, you're right. I didn't realise that. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. Well, let's try and land it, and then if we remember, we'll move the wings slightly forward to compensate. Yeah, you're absolutely right. High landing speed because we're quite heavy. Yeah, we've got too much pitch on the trim. We're trimming it. There's too much. Too much. So this is where the pappies are up there, but they should be down here, really, in real life. They should be down here, so I'm looking down here. Now the pappies are all red, the pappies are in the wrong place. The pappies should be down there. Not flaring too early, it's the thing I've done in real life. Issues with this. We keep hitting that tail as well. Sink rate, sink rate. In my aircraft only run in KSP, my progress is blocked for financial reasons. Time to start building large airliners. Is this meant to be leaning over like that? Oh yeah, look, it's damaged. Yeah, we keep getting a tail strike, don't we? Yeah, this thing needs better design than it needs more work. What? This pappy are really broken, like two back. Yeah, the pappies are way too. They're up there. The ones where's really that if you're approaching from that direction, that's the ones you should be watching. Yeah, they are broken. They're in the wrong position. They're in the wrong place. Okay, well, what are we doing? Space plane hangar. Yeah, loading's slow tonight, isn't it? Right. Let's open the aircraft again. What do we call it? There you go. P123. So, we didn't check. See, I'm bothered about the tail strikes, but I do have the fuselage quite low. We could put the wings as low wings, couldn't we? We could move the wings down. But then it means messing with the nose gear. But I suppose we didn't check whether a Kerbal could get inside either. So I'll leave the wings where they are with the gear on them so that we can at least get a Kerbal inside. Didn't check that either. Right, there's the centre of gravity, centre pressure. I'll be back. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be streaming because I want got other things I'd like to do tonight. Yeah, you're right. The centre of pressure was moved further back. So we're going to have to move those wings forward. But now the gear will have to go back, won't it? Now the gear will have to go back. There we go. That should be fine. Yeah, I'm worried about those tail strikes we got. Tail strikes. Because we keep knocking off that, don't we? We could get rid of that. And where's one of the aerodynamics? I know we lose some fuel, but then losing fuel there means the centre of pressure is moved even further forward. The centre of gravity, I mean, is moved even further forward. We've got that. Just have to be careful with the tail strikes. Stick a bumper wheel on it. Stick a bumper wheel on it. Bumper wheel. Bumper wheel. I mean, it's okay to have bumper wheels. A few real life aircraft have bumper wheels. Concorde. Yeah, Concorde's had bumper wheels. That's because although the first two prototypes had a little bump stop, or like a little thing is, now it's going to restrict our pitch up. Oh, we can always start retracted, can't we? Start retracted and then bring it out for landing. But then we've got no pitch up for landing. Not much pitch up for landing. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about the bumper wheel. I could have a little external bumper wheel like that, but it's not quite the same, is it? Little bumper wheel. It looks silly. I know it looks silly. Maybe the whole design is bad and we should just go for a single engine. maybe the whole design is bad and we should have gone for a single engine with the more conventional tailplane and depends what you need the plane for. Yeah, it depends what we need the plane for. I mean, what I was planning to do is do a long distance trip across the planet. And I'll get halfway around Kerbin and back. Like if something is able to fly around the entire circumference of Kerbin, do some explorer. So I mean, I kind of wanted something with a low landing speed as well, so we could land it. Because where's the one we had last time? The one we had last time was really good. We could just keep using that. But I wanted something that was a bit faster. P121. P121, that's not the one. P122. Because we've got this thing. This thing was brilliant. This thing was really enjoyable to fly. Problem is, I just wanted something a bit faster. No, it's not going to do. It's not for going suborbital. It's not for doing anything like that. See, this works really, really well. Got to go. All right, see you again, Lucas. Thanks for being here. This one worked really, really well. I think I got almost everything in tech tree. You know, I don't want to. There's just the engines and stuff that I don't want in a tech tree. Yeah, the engine in front. There, nice intake at the front. Yeah, and a single tube does have less drag. That's very true. That's very true. Like our BAC Lightning, the reason why that has got the big nose intake is because to lower the frontal area. And we could just do a new one. Do a new one from start. I mean, I was going to do the same sort of thing. Where's that cockpit? That one there. Right, this year, let's go with intake. I think it'll look better with a long nose. Right, then just do for an intake that one, that. Maybe a lifting body Mark II, yeah. You could do a lifting body, maybe. Where's that engine? Where's the engines? Where's the engine? Panther. This is a nice delta. This is all we need. Less wings, less drags, faster. Yeah, that's true. And higher. Well, not necessarily smaller wings. Smaller wings not necessarily make you higher as long as you got the thrust to compensate. But you're right, smaller wings is less drag, but of course the smaller wings means you've got a much higher landing speed. Because we might not if we're going to be exploring Kerbin, we might not necessarily have a high landing speed and be landing on a grassland somewhere, which means we need lower landing speed. So we need a decent sized wing for the lower landing speed. And deltas aren't necessarily for high speed either. They got a lot of wing area. And they can actually be structurally quite tough. The problem with deltas, it's harder to have flaps. Challenging. I think we've used that wing piece there. We have to have a different wing piece there, won't we? We'll use that as a centre wing piece. We'll have to, yeah. Or we could attach ailerons here and have elevators back there. Yeah, we could do that. So you could have dogtooth in the see a dogtooth like that in the wing. The reason why that is to prevent tip stall. It's like a wing fence. Functions like a wing fence, but I don't think the game's that intelligent actually. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm not happy. It's not the best wing in the world. I'm sure these pieces could fit together better than this. It's that piece there, which is like the root part of the wing. Let's get rid of all that. Where's a big wing section piece? Micro adjustment. See, now this bit looks here, it just looks silly. It just looks silly. Or am I just being annoying myself? Or am I just being pedant, wanting the wings to look good enough? I just don't like the way it looks. I prefer the other aircraft we had. I just prefer the other aircraft. Just don't like the way this one looks. Just don't like the way it looks. Anyway, I'm not going to save this. I'm getting tired, so I don't think... I think I'm going to stop for tonight because I'm getting tired. My cat wanted attention earlier and I didn't give her much attention. So I think I'm going to stop. I've been streaming for 2 hours, 6 minutes. I know it's not as long as the other streams I've had. It's 3:05 in the morning and if I can spare a couple of pounds, I might go to the Air Museum later and do some short videos. That'll be on the aviation channel. All right, thanks for chatting, Gary. Right, if I click off, we got placeholder. There we go, it's Kitty. Thanks for chatting. Lucas was here earlier. We had Cryptic came in. I think that was it, wasn't it? Oh, Nabito was here earlier as well. So that's 4 chatters. Okay, thanks for chatting. I'm going to take a rest. And thanks for being here. And right, was it 2 hours, 7 minutes streaming? Good night, good morning.